Ooh boy. Welcome back to the worst of times. A awful lot happened last episode. Pullman and Rott's factory in Sunburst Falls exploded. And in the aftermath, Kairos Pullman, rather vengefully, I was going to say righteously, but in their mind, enacted an awful lot of violence on the rabble-rousers who started that, or, well, in their eyes, before being tuned into the actual perpetrators and chasing them into the Duende Forest, which left Archer and Faedan and Dakota Rigby free to investigate the ruins of the factory where they found the body of one of the Black and Greens. A terrible, terrible sign to everyone living in town of the war coming to Sunburst Falls. However, not all was as grim as that would suggest, you know. Our beloved Faena and River had a very actually touching and surprising moment in the middle of the forest at a spring, giving a little bit of respite in a time of tragedy. I'm sure that there will be plenty more respite and peace and not at all terrifying things in the woods where Faedan, Archer, and Dakota chased after Kairos Pullman. But I guess we'll find out today on The Worst of Times. Now we'll wait till the morning. When the morning comes in-game, remind me to cross the calendar off.
Okay.
But we're still kind of in the night of the Germany.
Yeah.
So.
It's like 2 a.m., right?
You know, I thought about that last night, and you guys don't actually have clocks. That's not true. Sorry, you don't have clocks. Your time doesn't really work the same way here, in terms of like the measurement of it. So I don't think it's fair. Whenever I realized that, I was like, I kept saying like 9 a.m. and things. I'm like, you almost don't have a 24-hour clock, so it doesn't really work the same.
It's morningish.
It's morning. Yeah, so it's past. I mean, midnight and noon still work because there's like midday points. It's past midnight.
Okay, but like it's still dark.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, it's real dark. The moon decided to close up shop.
Oh shit.
So I mean, mostly. So, which means that there are 3 of you out there with just a lantern. Maybe 2 lanterns.
Yeah, I would say like 2 lanterns.
Yeah,
we got one.
You guys have one at the hot springs, and then Dakota, Faedan, and Archer are currently walking through the Duende Forest in pursuit of Kairos Pullman and the Black and Greens that they went after. It is very dark. The Pondell has mostly closed for the night, and so the moonlight you're receiving that already would be hard to get through the dense foliage is near non-existent, and you are going strictly by the 2 lanterns you brought with you. Who's taking the lead?
I probably will take the lead. I have a lantern.
Makes sense. What is your goal specifically?
To find Kairos.
So, in terms of, are you trying to track him, or are you or are you trying to more survey the area, like cast a wide net?
It's just the three of us,
Yeah.
so it's more of to track.
Okay, so you start from the factory.
Yeah.
All right, give me a survival check. Do you want to help them?
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
So you can either roll separately, or you can say you can give help, and they can Archer can roll with advantage.
Let's do advantage.
Okay. I will take the higher one. That's a 13.
13. You three set off into the woods, which is not easiest to navigate on its own, and none of you are particularly. Not a lot of people in town spend a lot of time in the Duende Forest, especially like past the outskirts of general buildings and houses and whatnot. So it's unfamiliar territory. It's it's the middle of the cycle of the Hollowback, so it's the weather's wet, grass is wet, there's plenty of mud, and with attention and time you can follow foot tracks, and it's a little difficult to find Kairos's footsteps in the soft earth. It's significantly easier to find someone else's footsteps because they're 3 times the size of a normal person's. And with our Faedan's help and Dakota's attention as well, you guys are able to slowly make your way through the trees down the trail.
Okay. Just keep going.
Just following the trail.
Okay. I'm just curious, do you have the dagger out or like pocketed?
Did it come with a sheath? Or
Yeah, no, it had a sheath.
Probably would have tied the sheath to my belt
Okay.
and just have it there for quick access.
Okay. Same with the wand?
That is in my hand and has not left.
Okay. Sounds good. It's the wand he's handed you is a standard issue one that the factory makes.
Okay.
So it is just a matte gray stick of wood about this long with a handle.
Okay.
Like it's specifically got like a grip so that you can aim it as needed and don't accidentally point the wrong end at yourself.
Right.
As you guys travel through it. Let me ask, Archer, how often do you actually go into these woods, especially at night?
Oh, not at night, but I'll go sometimes.
I think it's a little surprising to you, especially at this hour where it's mostly like nocturnal animals that you expect to be hearing, that it's not as quiet as you may have expected. Lots of rustling in the trees, lots of owls, other nocturnal animals who are kind of making a bit of a ruckus. It's not loud and it's not chaotic, but it's noticeable. It's like either something has stirred them up, but that seems odd because normally when animals get frightened, they get quieter. And these animals all seem a little more active.
Cool.
You guys continue on for an hour and a half. At one point, you're following the tracks, and you know geographically, both of you, that if you keep going this direction, you're going to hit the blackened vein, which is too big to wade across. So the people would have had to swim it if they are going to. There's a bubbling that you do hear that's a little earlier than the river would have been, but you know there's like creeks and springs that also like break up the mountainous. Also, just
like to remind everyone, like Godfell is a mountain area, so you guys aren't traveling straight. Part of the reason this is so rough is because you guys are constantly on inclines and declines, trying to like climb up and down a mountain. It's not just walking into the woods. There's a reason that Godfell has never been invaded by another country, and it's because it's nearly impossible to occupy if you don't live here. So it's slow going to make it to the river. As you follow the slope down one edge of the mountains, you make your way. You can see the break in the trees far enough ahead where you know the bank of the blackened vein, and those steps are still heading that direction towards the river.
Keep following.
As you guys march down through the trees, through the foliage, you guys continue on, and you see before you've reached the edge of the tree line, which would break for the river, Dakota grabs you by the shoulder and is like, hold. And you can see across the river. Actually, you don't give me a perception check. You can too.
Two.
21.
Oh, damn.
Archer, as Dakota points out, is like, look. You can see a figure on the riverbank, seated, probably. Looks like. You can see, however, with a 22, you can also see something not small, but far enough away it's hard to get details, moving across the river. Again, not a lot of details, so hard to get a good idea, but bigger than a person. Like, maybe a boat, but not enough details to know for sure.
So someone at the riverbank,
Mm-hmm.
and then something crossing the river away from us.
Leaving.
Okay.
Yes.
The figure that's on the riverbank, does the silhouette look close to Kairos?
Could be. It's a stocky figure.
And it's standing?
Ooh, sitting.
Sitting. How far away from us?
I'd say a good 120 feet.
Okay.
Dakota stopped you long before anyone on the river would be able to get good eyes on you.
Okay. There's one figure there on the riverbank, but I think it's best we try to avoid any fights or danger. So maybe we sneak up on them, see what they look like.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Following your lead.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Archer, stealthy.
Actually, I guess we should all.
Yeah.
Mr. Digsby.
Hey. Something like that.
That's gonna be his name.
Oh, Dakota.
Look at that face.
Dakota.
I had a 16.
16?
14.
14.
What did you get? What'd you get, Dakota?
Dakota's got like a plus 12, right?
What?
Oh no.
Shut the front door.
If he needs a
Well-
plus 12, I want to cry.
Also, you're pretty established,
He's got a
wizard.
class and everything.
Yeah, it's not, a wizard doesn't mean stealthy, it means you read books.
Fair.
I mean, you can be a stealthy wizard, especially with like significant military training. But sometimes there's just a root that catches your foot the wrong way and you trip over it. Got a 5.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been one.
Yeah,
Could have been a 1. And it is you as you guys are walking, Dakota does trip over and pull, not just pull like trip, but as he goes, he pulls this root, which you hear a crack as it like breaks away. And everyone, Dakota's
My eyes go to the figure, see if they move at all.
No movement.
Okay. Well, might as well just keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Dakota. Sorry. And you make your way down, slow going as to not alert the person sitting on the beach. But once you're about 60 feet away, 40 feet away, the object, the thing in the water, the shape is putting significant distance between you and the side, or between you and them. However, once you are breaching the tree line, which means by this point you're 20, 25 feet away from the figure, you can see, like, in the barest moonlight, that it's probably, almost certainly, Kairos Pullman.
Okay. Oh, also, I guess part of the stealth we would have, like, maybe hid the lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of
Yeah, so
figured you guys
we
would.
don't have that light.
Sure. If you've hidden both lanterns, you can barely see Kairos on this side.
Okay. If I see him, I'm just gonna, like, loudly whisper, Kairos. Kairos.
There's no answer.
Can I look down both sides of the river to see if, like, there's anyone else around us?
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Give me perception checks.
14.
5.
5.
Five.
It's real dark.
I do have dark vision. I know that helps at all, but
No.
okay.
I think your problem is more distraction by the shit that's going down tonight. You scan up, down the beach, and it's so dark. You catch yourself wishing that Pondell would wake back up, because there's no moonlight and no lanterns. So you have to get a little closer to get a better view of things. And as you do, you see that, gravelly, like, it's not a clean beach. It's the middle of the woods. So there's dirt and sand and sticks and, but the whole beach, as you get an eye on it, for a good 30, 40 feet around Kairos, is covered in dark areas.
I'm just gonna make eye contact with everybody and be like, oh shit, and start making my way towards Kairos and try to make my way in front of him.
I want to light my lantern again. Is that possible?
Yeah, you can light it.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't stop you.
Okay.
You light a match, hold it to the lantern, and in that quick glint, are you on the beach with Archer?
I'm close behind. I mean, I'm behind him.
So make sure,
yeah.
not behind the tree line still.
No.
Then as you light that match, the light glint catches, the light of the match glints off of pools and splashes of dark liquid all across the beach, splashed on rocks and wood and driftwood and the soil and the sand. And I think you've got enough of an idea, even in the dim candlelight, that there is blood all over this beach. You circle around Kairos. How close are you getting?
Like 5 feet?
Okay, close enough as you're coming around. Kairos, who has not moved from, as you guys hear, and you guys aren't really being that quiet anymore. Dakota's right behind you both.
Mm-hmm.
Kairos' eyes are fluttering. Blood pours out of their mouth.
Kairos.
And you can see that their suit is lacerated. They look like hell. Quick medicine check from either of you.
9.
18.
Yeah.
Finally.
This beach is covered in more blood than what comes out of one person.
Okay.
Kairos is not moving. Struggling to breathe. Like raspy.
I don't have. Look at Dakota. Anything you have on you?
Something to stop bleeding. Something to.
Not that I want to use.
I'm gonna like.
We gotta ask him. We gotta at least ask
I'm
him what
gonna
happened.
bend down to like a knee. Kairos, what happened?
And they start to fall over.
I'm gonna grab him and just look back at Dakota like, Dakota,
I'd rather take them back to town and put their life in Madame Frog's hands.
if we lose him now, we're gonna lose out of anything we might learn from what happened.
Persuasion check.
Dakota's just gonna let this guy die, which I get, but still.
It's 21.
Damn, that's good.
Dakota looks you.
Just enough to get some words.
Dakota puts 2 fingers on Kairos' jugular, 2 fingers on his own, and you watch his blood starts pouring from under his fingers and under Kairos, or under his fingers on both his neck and Kairos's. And you watch his like veins start to like show up and like throb under Dakota's skin. And he's like, and he like, as soon as he rips his hand away, you watch his black veins like spread up Kairos' face, and he's and he like, you see as he flails, he like shoves Dakota away from him, like, don't fucking touch me.
Kairos, he just saved your life.
I'm fine.
You don't look. I look around like you don't look fine.
The black veins retreat down his face. They don't recede. They move. They move down to his neck, and you watch as threads of black start stitching up where Dakota was touching him. I got punched.
You got more than punched.
Oh, right. I was thinking about the kid.
Kairos,
What?
what
Yeah.
happened?
I caught them. They were getting on a boat. There were 6 of them.
6.
Yeah. Well, 5. One was unconscious. He's like looking around. They're looking around at the sand, like, I did all right. More blood.
Kairos,
Yeah.
those were black and greens.
Yeah. I put that together looking at the fucking goats. Except the big one.
The rocky looking one?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they don't have a uniform that fits him. Yeah, I know. I was trying to stop them.
Yeah.
One of them is nasty. Oh my god. You guys don't hear that, do you?
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it?
Just ringing like a fucking gong. I think I kind of got my ass handed to me.
Seems that way a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll try not to tell anyone, but I think it's lucky that we came when we did. Otherwise, you would be a body on this beach.
Don't count yourself so important. And they're slowly like trying to get like you see as they're like trying to put a hand on their knee and push themselves up to their feet.
I stand to my 2 feet and I just like reach out a hand.
Grabs your hand and pulls, and as you pull them up to their feet, you hear something crack, and you watch as their leg pushes back into a straight position. Mm. Mm. All right, well, one leg not broken. And you see he flexes a knee and goes, "Give me a couple minutes, I can fix the other one."
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything else about these people?
About the black and greens?
Yeah.
No, man, I don't fucking know.
Did you take any of them down? Did you?
No, I was close. I took a couple of them out, but they got on the boat, so they're probably gonna be fine.
Did they have anything with them? Any like equipment? Any more bombs?
I couldn't tell. It was real fast. They were getting on the boat, and I jumped them and caught them by surprise, but 5 against 1.
That was your plan, just to jump them.
Yeah, it blew up my fucking factory.
Yeah, well, it's not the smartest thing to jump 5 able-bodied people, especially one that's a giant rock guy.
You see Kairos' eyes, and you follow their eyeline, and you see there's a awkward-looking chunk of boulder on the beach. I did all right. What are you all doing out here?
Came out looking for you.
Mhm.
Oh, thanks. Could have been faster. Maybe 4 against 5 would have been better odds.
Well, we have to look out for some of the town people.
We're fine. Anyone got a boat?
Boat?
Yeah, they gone? And you see, let's see, Kairos is like scanning the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks to you.
No, I don't have a boat.
Fuck. I'm not swimming in this condition.
No, we gotta get you back to town. Because Kairos, you killed a person today.
Dude, fucking Sherman,
Yeah.
who's been trying to fuck up my factory for months.
Yeah, we have things like laws and justice that you can't just deal out on your own.
Well, we can talk about that once the crisis is over, I guess.
We're gonna go back to town.
And there's another crack, and his other leg straightens and goes, "Uh-huh. Let's go."
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
1.
So no.
It was not a nat 1, so
Oh.
that's good. But
No.
It's still a 1.
Just an off chance. Dakota. You gotta be shitting me.
Did he not win?
Nat one.
No, he did not. But you both rolled a 2.
okay.
Is there anything I could see?
Sure, I'll let you roll for it too. But I was gonna say your attention's more on Kairos, but as you all are heading back into town and you're someone who looks out for everyone. Jesus.
21.
Okay, I was so thinking you were gonna roll a 2.
Archer looks out for everyone.
Everyone.
Dakota suddenly does not look good.
Oh no!
Like, you just see him like he looks nauseous or ill, but not great.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like talk to him to the side while Kairos is like,
Kairos is already heading back into town.
yeah. Dakota, you okay?
You know, I'm not really sure. He like spits.
Uh-huh.
You see his eyes go to Kairos, like, there's something wrong there. I
Something.
don't like it.
What did you do? Did you like exchange? I don't know how that works. I don't know what you did.
I'm a
It's,
sanguinister. We use blood.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think there might have been a bit of backwash.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, we'll see. Well, might have to get some sleep.
Okay.
Eat something. Got any water?
yeah.
I'm not drinking that river.
No.
It's called the Blackened Vein. I'm not touching it.
I have a water skin on me. So.
Great. Yeah, he's gonna actually probably not give it back to you.
Yeah.
Not greedily, but kind of like take swigs as you all head back into town. How long are you guys staying at the hot springs?
No, not super long.
Okay, I kind of
So-
figured, but I just wanted to.
Yeah,
broadcast
I
it.
don't think River would make the initiative to leave, so I think it's up to you.
Yeah, it'd be like maybe an hour at most, but
That's fine. You know your way through the woods, but the moon's gone out. So why don't you give me a survival check to get home? It's not a high DC.
18.
It's not too much trouble. Like even without any light, like you have a well-worn path that is well-worn exclusively to you. But you know the sign, like you know where to look for. You know the signs, and it's not too long to get home. Back into town. The town doesn't have any street lights because like it's not worth paying a lamplighter to like fill this whole area when people can just take lanterns back and forth. But you do make it right like to the point where like the house is within sight. When you hear Faena, what are you doing?
I'm rolling perception.
Go for it. He's not hiding.
Oh, is it Glenn?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Your brother is standing out like with a lantern, though it looks like it's been burning for a while.
Oh god.
What are you doing?
I'm just taking them for a walk.
Do you know what happened?
No,
Then why would you leave? Look, okay, no, that's
because the forest is safer than whatever happened at the river.
I don't think that's true.
You're on it. Just because you love your factory and your job doesn't mean that I can't be in tune with nature and like the
There's black and greens in the woods.
what?
Well, yeah, that's the colors of the woods.
He means soldiers.
There are soldiers in the woods. The factory is
Why?
gone.
Where'd it go?
It was destroyed by black and greens who are somewhere in the woods. Let's go home. Get in the house, please, now.
And Faena just kind of stands there for a moment, touches her leg a little bit, and looks back and thinks about the interaction she had 36 hours ago. You go in.
Why?
It's okay.
Why don't we all go in?
Fine.
What's up?
I don't like you.
You're stuck with me. I'm your brother.
I know. But that doesn't mean I have to like you.
Get in the house. And he starts walking.
Faena rolls her eyes and follows him in.
Yeah. On Faena's heels.
As soon as you walk through the door. What were you thinking?
Mother, I go in.
don't.
It's fine.
Is it? Are you fine?
I'm fine.
Are you fine, River?
Yeah.
They're
fine.
better than ever.
Do not leave the house without telling anyone
Oh,
in the
we were
middle
just
of a
in the
crisis.
backyard.
You want to rethink that? Glenn's been out there for half an hour looking for you. If you were in the backyard, I think he would have found you faster.
Glendon doesn't know a thing about the forest, okay? Glendon couldn't even find Grandmother Feifei's. Glendon can't even find the garden.
Glendon doesn't need to find the garden. He needed to find his sister, and he couldn't.
Well, he sucks at that too.
Sarah. Faena.
And Faena storms up to her
That-
room and slams the door behind her.
I'm looking at her. I'm sorry. I back out of the room following Faena. And I'm gonna run up to Faena's room. Did you close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Knock, 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 knock.
What?
Faena. I'm really confused. I'm sorry.
No, River. And Faena opens the door and rushes River in.
What does
It's-
Faena's room look like?
It's Faena's room, oh gosh. So it's got it's a little rectangle. It has 2 beds both going towards one corner, 2 twin beds. And there's a little, there's a windowsill, and right on the windowsill there's a little juniper bonsai. Named Ashlyn.
Okay.
And that's basically it. It's rather bare otherwise. A dresser, 2 beds. It used to be the kids' room. So I used to share it with Glendon. So it's basically more of a utilitarian type of room. But there's 2 beds, so Faena brings River over to the other bed and sits what is this
Perpendicular.
perpendicular? Yes. Perpendicular to River, and just kind of holds their hands. It's look, this is just what family does. It's not easy. It's not. Well, it's very hard, especially when your brother's a turncoat.
I don't know a lot, but I can tell when you're hiding something.
Well, so Glendon left for the factory a long time ago, and nobody likes the factory here. We don't like Pullman and rot, so
I got that.
Well, then do you know everything? And Faena starts to try to put herself into it.
Specifically regarding your feelings towards Faena,
Mm-hmm.
what is your intention right now?
To figure out why that very transparent look of panic went over your head when went over your face when Glendon mentioned the soldiers.
Roll for it.
I thought we were gonna-
No. I'll give you a choice.
Okay.
You can roll insight if you want. Or you can roll something more empathetic.
Oh, interesting. Because I think River isn't looking for the information. It's not like a fact finding trying to figure out. It's a what's wrong with Faena, what's going on, more than tell me the facts of what you're hiding. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's more like you're trying to be like, are you okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah, like why are you freaking out inside? Like what's going on?
Got it. Give me a d20. Oh wait, hold on. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
6.
You
You beat a 6.
You got straight 6 or?
No, it's a
you
4
have to
plus
beat
2.
whatever Faena
Sorry.
got.
Do I have to beat 6 on my die or is it 6? plus whatever the heck you're gonna add to
6
it.
plus whatever I'm gonna add to
Fuck. Okay.
Oh.
12.
That's okay.
it. Faena, River has only known you for a day and a half, effectively, and has only had your best interest at heart this whole time, as best as you can tell. And as you are like trying to kind of skirt the truth on this and keep the focus away from what's really bothering you, you feel just a warmth spread from River, a tangible warmth, that's like being out in the woods on a cold night and finding a campfire. And it is encouraging to be open with them.
You might not have been the first person I met. What, 2 days ago? And Faena lifts her skirt a little bit to show a do-it-herself kind of bandage job that's covering what is like a sizable frostbite on her leg.
I was there when Faena asked Maeve about it.
Mm-hmm.
You told Maeve something about like ice or something. I still don't really know what that means. What happened?
I don't entirely know. I know there is a big stone, living stone, screaming, lots of arrow, flaming arrow, and as I was running away, I was touched by something cold, and
Like someone like threw ice at you, or
I don't know. All I know is something cold touched my leg, and from those people, and now I have frostbite on my leg. And I don't know who those people are.
I thought you knew everybody.
Well, not everybody.
You seem to know everybody.
Most people. But not everybody. And not these people.
If you don't know them, where are they from?
And Faena just kind of shrugs and...
The question.
Mhm.
What have you done to bandage your leg?
Just like wrapped, literally like wrapped a bandage around it. Like probably
Just linen?
linen.
Did you use any ointment or anything? Or is it just a dry bandage scraping against frostbite?
No, I mean, That's a Gracie doesn't know
Entirely
question,
fair, yeah.
so I'm gonna
Medicine check yourself.
I'm gonna medicine check myself. That was an 18, so tell me what ointment I would have put on.
I'll put it from what I know about Faena's gardening habits.
Mhm.
I think Faena would have attempted a decent like pain soothing lotion or ointment just based on like what they can pull from the gardens. Which because that's a little more in your wheelhouse.
Right.
The bandaging though is pretty shoddy, and even like you don't know what a good bandage looks like, but you
Saw Maeve do
you
it.
woke up at Maeve's place, you saw her bandage you, and you can tell, especially from the ointment just
Slathered on.
just slide it on. And honestly, and there's like a little bit of blood the root like seeping through this linen strip of cloth.
It's on the outside of her leg. So kind of
As
right?
opposed to on the inside of her leg?
Like on the outside, it's kind of hard to reach that part of you.
It's like
kinda
my
bandage
calf
it yourself.
area.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's kind
Sorry,
of what
just
I'm thinking.
for clarity. For clarity.
Yeah, I am. I'm just literally I'm gonna like start unwrapping it and try and and try and just re-wrap it so it's not quite as shoddy.
Give me a medicine check.
It's less out of
Hold on. Don't roll it.
Huh?
Don't roll it yet.
Okay, fine.
It was a good roll though.
That's great.
Doesn't
I
matter, I'm
didn't
gonna
give
roll
you the
again.
DC yet.
I forget that you're doing that. I'm so not used to
but
that.
I also want to clarify kind of like what you're attempting.
Okay, I'm not trying to like make it perfect as much as it's more of a
You can see it's like the ointment. Like you can trust Faena with plants and ointments, but the actual procedure is messy.
yes, it's more of a instinctive taking care of someone I care about
Gotcha.
than I totally know how to wrap a wound.
Okay, that makes sense. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
The DC on this is going to be 15 based on what you saw Maeve do, but not really knowing and just kind of like going by intuition.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you as you're wrapping it, as you like unwrap it and you see what's going on there, you also see like what Faena used. Like you can see where the skin froze. It's like cracked open. Not like a large wound, but enough like where it looks chapped. And there's like so it has been bleeding a little bit through the linens. And there's a lot of ointment on there. Arguably like too much because that was like this is the medicine I've got and I just put a lot on there. So as you're rewrapping it and trying to adjust it, and you use I think there's a lot of linen, and so I think as you take some of the excess, tear it some of it off more than you need, and are using it to like, clean it. There is a moment where like your hand starts to feel hot. And as you're cleaning some of the ointment away, you see as you're like dabbing it, the breaks in the skin healing up as you clean it off.
How did you? How'd you do that?
I don't know, but stop moving.
No, it's hot. It's.
I'm just wrapping. I'm just trying to clean it up.
It's-
and fix it as much as possible.
The pain is quickly going away, and you watch as like the frozen areas, like the skin's dead. But as River kind of like wipes off the excess ointment, the dead skin is like flaking off with it, and underneath it's pink and raw, but it's healed.
Faena just grabs her leg from River and starts like feeling it herself and being like,
It's tender.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like, you're touching it, you're like, ow, oh, ow.
yeah.
But
well,
it's not frostbitten anymore.
No, stop doing that and let me finish.
No, wait.
You rolled high enough, you realize you don't actually have to wrap it again.
I know, but I don't want her to make it worse.
Yeah, because Faena is like, all
Yeah,
like,
just
Faena's
rubbing
making
raw
it
skin.
worse.
yeah, sitting there being like, what the like forgetting all pain aside, just like the mere shock of having knowing that you've been struggling with this injury for, a day or two and that it was not getting better.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like baby skin again.
And it feels like a hot press has been pushed to it.
Right.
I think something that you can probably tell is that River isn't freaking out, but isn't like, oh, this is normal, but isn't freaking out probably because their anxiety is significantly less than it was an hour ago.
Yeah. But Faena is now.
Faena might be
like,
freaking out, but I'm just kind of like, same shit as always. I don't know.
This is what you did at Maeve's.
Yeah, but
You
that
did
was
this
me.
to me.
Hey, Faena, give me. You can give me an insight or a medicine check.
I have to check that. Where's my insight? Okay, there it is. Oh, it doesn't matter.
It's the one that starts with an I.
I know. I saw intimidation and investigation, and
Okay,
I could
fair.
not find insight. No. So 17.
Conceptually, healing, same.
Mhm.
You've seen like when they took the gauze away. River heals in scars that are kind of visceral and nasty looking. Your leg looks fine, just pink and tender. They don't seem to match.
So you said I just felt heat, basically, from it.
You felt heat from inside you,
Yeah.
not from Faena. You transferred
Yes,
that.
This is a very odd question, but it's... Sometimes I feel like when you do something, it feels either natural or unnatural. Did this feel natural or unnatural?
Completely natural.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will also reiterate, comfortable, not like when you have kind of healed.
Which is painful and awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. How? Do you know how?
No. But for some reason, I feel like this is still not the most important question about what the hell like, what's going on with me.
Well, I know that, but
Look, I've been trying to figure out which way's up, for lack of a better
I know.
phrase, that I haven't even had time to think about what's going on with
I know.
me.
And Faena's trying to make the decision here of what to do next. Does she hide it from people? Does she try to use it to help River get a job? As silly as that is, does this have greater implications that this stranger who washed up on a beach has magical healing powers in this time where war has just come to Sunburst Falls? And the wheels are just turning in Faena's head, and all she can muster out is, thank you. Let's go to bed. You're gonna be fine, River.
I don't know about that. I don't know what fine means for me. I feel like I was just starting to get a grip on this town and people, and suddenly now there's soldiers, and the factory's gone. We were just there. I don't understand. How is it just gone? And what are these colors? The black and purple, the yellow, I don't remember.
Black and green.
Great.
We said traveling umpires.
Sure. I guess.
Traveling umpines.
Okay.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Why?
Just remember you are traveling umpine.
I trust you, Faena, but I need you to talk to me.
I don't know what's going to happen,
Can you tell me what you do know?
but I'm going to make sure you're fine. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's turn in for the night.
Someone helpful.
It
It was not that helpful.
Late night / very early morning. Tobi.
Yes. Yeah. I'm laying in bed, eyes wide open, just thinking about the past 36 hours. It's 48 for me, maybe?
Yeah.
Or still like 36 like everyone else.
I gave you guys a rough timeline and you all latched onto it.
I know.
It's the last day and a half.
Day and a half. Yeah, right. Okay.
2.5 days.
2.5. Okay. And I just sit up and walk over to my desk and I pull out a blank piece of paper and I just start writing everything that has happened. What happened in the mines, what happened in the factory, and try to see how they are intertwined. And no more giving up, no more being sad. I'm figuring this out. Yeah. So that's literally what I'm doing. Sort of murmuring to myself. Okay, and then water, teeth, and then just
Trying
scribbles.
to work out the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
All right, into the night. Why don't you give me an insight check? I'll tell you what.
Mhm.
There's a lot of ways this can go, so I will let you pick. Because you're basically reflecting on all the information that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say choose an appropriate intelligence or wisdom based skill that you think works best for this, for how Tobi would approach this.
Mm-hmm.
And you can roll that. You haven't done a lot of fact finding, so you're working off of what you've already got. So I'm gonna say the DC is 15.
15. I'm gonna just do insight.
Go for it.
Okay.
Putting the pieces together.
Mm.
Hmm.
A 5.
Hmm.
Yep. With dignity. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dignity 5.
Yep.
Dignity 5.
Yep.
There's a lot happening. There's so much happening, like that poor Tobi has been subjected to in the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
That I think it's hard to necessarily like draw the connections on the corkboard.
Mm-hmm.
But you do know that if you want to find answers, there are people you can talk to
Mm-hmm.
who know more about the world outside of Sunburst Falls. If you wanted to talk to people about and get more information.
First, I'm going.
I mean, maybe not at this hour.
Right. I think about the time of night it is, and I'm like thinking about who might be up, and I think about Faedan because he's been there both times. So I take my piece of paper and and I sneak out of the window of course.
Naturally.
Yep. And I head to the last wish.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Get out of my face.
Wow.
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a big what die to roll for this. I was like, what's the threat level of this roll?
Right. Am I back at a 5? Or am I still at a 2 in a...
Did you take
HP.
one out?
Another
HP.
2.
So,
Give it
I'm
a
still
yeah.
at
You're
2?
still at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Just
did that count as a short rest? Because she's just chilling and writing.
I
She
was
also
in bed
had
laying
she also
down.
had medicine,
Your-
like
but
medical
you
attention.
said your thoughts
not-
were like going at it. I don't
was.
think that's
I
restful.
mean, we don't have
But
hit
it's also been
dice.
an hour.
Here's the thing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're right. You don't
We
have
don't
hit
have,
dice.
we're not level 1.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we don't have hit dice.
You have well, because honestly, you have no like adventuring experience. So the
Right.
idea of I take an hour and I'm good to go doesn't really
Oh.
track here.
Alright, fine.
So you would, again, we're kind of like playing fast and loose with like the HP rules.
Mhm.
But I'd say no, you haven't taken enough time to like catch your breath.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you have 5 HP, that's literally how close you are to death.
Oh, right.
You're
Okay.
not gonna step outside your window and die.
Trips over window sill, dies.
Yeah, unless you like don't open the window and fall
Oh.
through glass. And
Opens the window sill and starts throws a rock in your eyeball.
Oh.
still not gonna kill you.
I know, but it'd be funny.
It's not 20.
I saw it rolling. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Sprain, gone. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It was
Just
joke.
forgot about it.
And you head down to the last wish.
Mhm.
The town is still, though.